everyone, Solomon here. It's September 26th, 2024, and I'm on my daily walk, doing my daily vlog. A cute girl just shows up randomly by my home and car, walking her dog. And I always get the same questions. How's your girlfriend? You know, I mean, this isn't the first incident. There's just been a random girl. You know, in today's modern age, you can't trust anyone. They're always threatening to sue you. Child support, alimony, spousal support. I mean, it's almost guaranteed that the girl is fucked up. She may not appear to be. She may appear to be normal. Then you got all the tattoos. And then you got all the, you know, I don't know, I don't really know her. I've never seen her gaslighting anyone. I've never seen her doing this extreme feminism stuff. You know, am I being an asshole judging her? Probably. And people want to see a relationship. And did she show me any interest in me other than just standing there and just be like, she could have been just a cat, a cat dog kind of a person. They just cater to their like dog mommy stuff, and that's it. They don't want kids. They don't want to do anything with man, and that would be her life. Like, I've never seen her with a boyfriend. You know, I don't know if she's the daughter or the husband of, the home. I don't know. I really don't know. And who's missing out? You know, can women and men be friends? You know, again, I've never seen her with a boyfriend. I guess she has like a sister and who's pregnant and has kids. And that's the husband. That's the one has been wifed and knocked up and has kids, and is the mom. And so, if I get into a random relationship with this girl, she is cute. She does have a nice body, and this and that. She does have a very nice Caucasian look to her that I am into. This, like an Eastern European kind of a look, and she's beautiful. Is it practical for me to engage in a relationship if she's just kind of looking at me curious? She's curious about me. I can tell you that much, but she doesn't openly talk to me. We're not talking on a talking basis, even though we've seen each other multiple times. Her life will just flash her by. She's just a sister. And I've never seen her with a boyfriend or anything. I mean, there must have been multiple cases like this before. Again, if I don't do anything, her life will just flash her by. And, the next guy will just pick her up, whomever it may be. And this is how it is. If I start talking to her now, 5 or 10 different Chads or Tyrones around wherever will just start picking up and targeting her simply because they smell competition. And that's just how it works. Because life is just vicious like that. Very, very vicious. Is there anything to obtain from her? Is there anything for me to personally obtain from her? Fine. I socially engineer my way in there. We become friends. We become boyfriend and girlfriend. Then I lose my time for doing a daily workout and my time to go outside and work out and exercise and vlog like this. And then it's just like, I'm back at square one. I don't have the money to be moving out and to catering to her privately. So she would still have to live with her family, which she does. And there's my mom that I live with, so it would just be, a whole setup of a shit show, because, sometimes people don't get along with each other. Rich and poor, Asian and Caucasian, whatever it is, there's always drama. So, are there any prospects for me? I just see that we're all fucked. We're just fucked on so many levels. And there's not going to be a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. Her life will just pass her by, and I'll just be some guy randomly walking around in the world, just curious. Just as she is curious about me. But I already see it miles ahead. There's not going to be a relationship. I live in my mom's house, so that's -1. 2, I'm Asian, so that's -2. And the tensions between, a white family and a Chinese family is just like, they don't see eye to eye. That's not even the thing. The thing is, you don't have money to move out to, engage in a serious relationship, in a clean relationship. Now everyone has to get involved. The sister and the child has to get involved. The husband of that sister. I don't even know if she has a boyfriend or whatnot. There's a standard American Chad boyfriend around the corner somewhere, who's just seemingly getting by, drinking beer and just some kind of magical guy that just shows up to party, and he doesn't even seemingly has a job or anything. But that's like Chad for you. I don't get it. But anyways, she probably has adopted the dog mommy lifestyle. That's her child. Again, where's the boyfriend? The boyfriend would be some guy like me. Again, her whole life would just fucking pass by, and she would not know who I am, and I probably wouldn't know who she is. And I already calculated it. It's because it's the guy. The guy has to be all alpha. The guy has to have money. And if he doesn't have the money, if he doesn't have the resources, if he can't dress to impress her in some capacity, then the whole relationship from the get-go is fucked. I mean, think about it. If the guy's a homeless and he's dirty and he's asking the girl out, the likelihood of her being impressed by him or saying yes, or anyone wanting the relationship to work out, is at a minimum. I'd be telling the guy, what, fuck the relationship. You're help yourself first. Shit. Help yourself first. I mean, you're in no position to be in a relationship in New Jersey, with a girl. Unless you really connect with her. But in this case, I feel like she's gonna find out who I am. Japanese salaryman, that I work 16-hour days, and that I have no time for her ass. And even if I did have time for her ass, I would just make up all these excuses to further working, just to fatten my wallet so I could be this big, fat, greedy, demonic, Asmodan motherfucker. Anyways, was there a point in this life? No. Was there a point in me meeting her? No, and no. Unless she verbally communicates it to me. I think we should know each other. I'm just gonna fucking haul ass and leave. Again, the stakes are too high. I have a job going for myself. I've been living in my mom's house, this and that. The money I make is so that I can move out, not so that I can dwell in some kind of La La Land. Oh yeah, the girl shows up. Okay, she just walks her dog and shows up at my place, which has happened multiple occasions with different girls. Did I take the bait? Did anything transpire out of it? No, no, and no. Okay, the girl doesn't know who I am. I don't know who the girl is, and everyone's happy. Ignorance is bliss. There's no arguments. There's no, ransom. There's no, you have to do this. You have to be 6 feet tall. You have to have 6-incher. You have to know 6 languages. You have to have 6-figure income. There's only so much a guy can, good redeeming qualities he can have. I'm just gonna try to pass this traffic. The relationship that works out is probably this Indian guy. His house is in the back right here. It's probably more than $500,000. And his relationship works out because he has his own place. I should probably ask the Indian guy for advice. How do you have a relationship with a girl being a generic looking ass Indian guy? That is my actual question. I'm serious. I'm being sincere about it. One, he has his own fucking house. That means he has a lot of money. I mean, a fuck ton of money. And I see his mother and stuff, or his mother-in-law, and he takes care of them. And he looks like a nice guy. And, he's an Indian guy, the classic not Indian guy living the American dream. Looks pretty sound. He looks like a pretty solid guy. What I do see is that he's not in a mixed race relationship, so that's why it's working. The race doesn't conflict. I'm really interested, but am I interested in homogenous relationship where everyone looks the same? Not really. I'm really not. Diversity. Things get boring. Dynamic. But, Indian guy. So this Indian guy maybe has a tech job or something, and he works for Google or Amazon as a software developer or computer programmer somewhere. And how did he do it? How did he do it? He's an Indian guy. He's not known for his looks. He's not known for his charm. He has the fucking whole ass. Being a doctor, a lawyer, or an engineer. I mean, it's kind of fucking hard. And then he has to compete with millions of other Indian guys. And if it wasn't an Indian guy, then he would compete with other Chinese people. And it wasn't Chinese people, he'd fucking have to compete with other Asians, Koreans, Mongolians, Filipinos. Damn. I mean, the whole thing is a bloodbath. So, fundamentally, can my relationship work with this girl? Other than it being a bang and a bounce? No, and no. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You would need $1 million for this relationship to be working. $500,000 just to skimp by. And, etc., etc. I mean, is she pretty? Is she good looking? Is she cute? Yes. Is she worth it? No, no. If I was Chad and I had all this money going for me and, my life was so easy, yeah, having a relationship would be a priority and having children would be a priority for anyone. But this is reality. As a post-apocalyptic, economic scenario in New Jersey where housing is at a minimum of $500,000. So people want to move out and start their own families, but they can't. And then you just have this buildup of Karen energy, and everyone's just attacking and killing each other because, there's no room or to roost. Eventually, I meet this girl. Do I want to be having sex in my mom's house? And having kids? Hell no. That's terrifying. Is there enough privacy for my mom and my, wife, my romantic partner, to be having kids? No. And it would be dangerous. Having a Karen, a Chinese Karen, around is just very hazardous. I don't want that for any child. It's very degrading. There's a lot of yelling. There's a lot of random shit going on. There's a lot of hoarding. There's a lot of toxic, negative behavior patterns. And everyone thinks it's school. It's the environment itself. If you live in a small ass home, I don't know. I'm kind of an asshole. I just don't like being around Karen types. And if I have to work all day to get to build my own little nest outside of this sphere of Karen, then that's what I gotta do. And if it'll take me 5 or 10 years, that's what I gotta do. Everyone's has to be independent. Karen doesn't want to take care of you. Karen doesn't want to be near you. Unless she does. Unless she's programmed to. Every time you walk in the room, she has this hostess personality, mommy-san personality or some shit, which I don't have, which I don't even care about having. And so, fine, beautiful girl, beautiful woman. Okay, am I obligated to have a family with her? Which costs millions of dollars, which costs hundreds of, thousands of dollars off the bat. No, I'm not. And what would I be doing during the day, Would I be catering to her? Would I be schmoozing her? Again, no, because it's not economical. I don't make enough money just to try to be Great Gatsby and show off to everyone all the time. I have to fucking work like a Mexican. I don't know. What would you do? And a lot of young people face the same dilemma. Every girl probably wants to find her Prince Charming, to find her, Ken and Barbie and shit. But the reality is, Ken has a lot of obstacles to face. Insurmountable amount of obstacles to be that guy that she wants. He may be young, he may be good looking, but he doesn't have money. He may have money, but he's old, he's fat, and he just generally, has been hurt too much, and he's just fuck everything. And he doesn't care. He doesn't care anymore. And, as far as I know, I'm kind of like this Ken guy who's good looking, okay looking, and, he's trying his hardest and everything, but it's never enough. He's only Ken enough. He does all this shit, but it's never enough, It's always about some kind of territory or space, Everyone wants it. There's so much little of it, and usually it's space. Men and women use space differently. Ken wanted a man cave or an arcade bar or something, and Barbie wanted this, like, her Barbie shit all over the place, and there was only so much space. There was only so much territory. I'm just witnessing these kids coming home from school. You know, I don't know. It's the average American dream. Living the American dream. Just people, kids, just like how I grew up. Kids just go to school, they go home, and that's it. You know, and then they play their video games and watch Pornhub. I wonder why they don't have a girlfriend. The same cycle begins anew. It's just like we would never have known each other again. The same cycle, you know. And this is how it is. It's just location, location, location. Just people fall into the same habits. You know, if you think you're any different, you know, it's hard. Unless you've been traumatized or something, like it's hard. Or unless you're like the middle child or something and you want to get the hell out of there, you'll do whatever it takes. Like kind of like Arnold Schwarzenegger, but you know it takes a lot of effort. You can't just be like everyone else, a cookie cutter. You just go to school, get good grades. Even if you did the best in school, you could just end up as a janitor or nobody simply because you know you don't have opportunities, or you just got stuck. You know, you just didn't overcome adversity. Or you just kept doing the same routine, got stuck in your habits, and you never did anything. Never did anything dynamic. Which could happen to anyone. I worked at Walgreens when I was 23 years old, so I already passed 33. So 33 plus 5, that's 10 plus 5 plus 1. 14 years ago I worked at fucking Walgreens. And that was my first job that I actually kind of tried. Now I'm here. Walking the same goddamn thing. I remember seeing paychecks $500 a week, $700 a week. Now I can make as much money in a day. So, you know, I'm always there working because I know how hard it is. You know, trying to, you know, excel in life. But what, you know, the only metrics most people use is money. This is the Corolla Crosstrek. Excuse me, this is the Crosstrek Subaru. It's apparently the size of a Corolla. That's a hatchback. The base price of that is about $27,000. It can only theoretically last 200,000 miles. It's just like 15 years before it's, at least like 12 years, 10 years in New Jersey with that borderline rusting. So, you know, good luck with that. Any car in New Jersey will rust because it snows. It goes through the 4 seasons and even flooding sometimes, and it'll just flood and whatever. Hopefully my Corolla can last through the grace of God. Who am I kidding? Maybe I should just got the sports model. It was either between the hybrid or the sports model. Maybe the sports model was actually the better option. It was the white sports model Corolla. Probably save on repairs. I'm uncertain. It's just front wheel drive, so I'm uncertain how well it'll deal with the snow. To be honest, my Honda Civic did slip during some rain on the highway turning in to a local road, to the Short Hills Mall, actually. And my Prius did slip occasionally. Did start drifting. I mean, that's some scary shit when I didn't even want the car to drift. I don't know. I don't know what to do with myself as a 40-year-old Japanese salaryman, approaching 40-year-old Japanese salaryman, other than to work. I don't want to do the wife and the kids thing because of the scarcity mindset. It's just too strong. You know, I'd rather save myself and live in a beach house than fucking have wife and kids that hate me because I don't make enough money, or just fucking do the same thing over and over and over again, and I don't have much growth. You know, I can have more growth. I can work 2 or 3 jobs. Again, I don't like feeling tired and feeling like I have bags under my eyes. I have to get my beauty sleep. I don't think it's fair that the guy has to haul ass every day and the girl can just stand there and just yell at the poor guy to make more money and work more hours when all she has to do is spread her legs. And you know, it's just not fair. Sit on the couch, eat bonbons if the guy's working, just like Al Bundy. Another cycle of Al Bundy. I'm not impressed by this whatsoever, but that's what happens to most people. And it's just like, damn, you know. Born to be a layperson, damn. Born to be an average ass Joe. Born to be Al Bundy, you know. What can you do, you know? Even if you put all your money in the stock market, it'll only be 8-10% on average. Maybe you're lucky, 20%, 30%, then the market just drops randomly at 20%. Again, the 10% average thing. And then what? You just keep having to save and save for a long period of time. And then you have all these fucking kids to take care of, and it's just like, who can do all this shit? I don't know. You have to marry a person who's a lawyer or a doctor. And, you have to marry a person who is a lawyer or a doctor, you know. 6 figures isn't gonna cut it. Maybe that crazy white girl on TikTok or whatever was correct. You know, the guy does have to be 6 feet tall. The guy does have to make, you know, $200,000. But then again, you know, 37% tax. So that's, you know, he's already. He only goes home with $162,000 after taxes, $150,000, you know, after the 401k. So the bar is set really high, and the girls are showing up. The girls are showing up. They manifest in real life. They're around. They got nice titties. An ass, and you know, if the guy keeps hiding it's just a missed opportunity. On to the next season of Girls. Just a feeling of, I should have, I should have this, I should have that. This is Chinese Jimmy's home behind me. They had 3 daughters. Maybe I met him when he was like 45 years old. I don't know. But I guess I gotta be more like him. He's got a wife, 3 kids, and just he looks like he had his shit together. He was like this classical, like, dad type, and that's the kind of guy I couldn't imagine myself being like him. But yeah, you had to be like him to be qualified as normal. You're dad, you have a wife, and you have 3 fucking kids. And you have a pool in your backyard. Now you can't do that unless you're jigga rich. I can't compete with these people. I can't even compete with this, like, normal ass, like, 90s dad. Like, the inflation is just crazy. The guy couldn't even barely speak English and shit. And, damn, he is light years ahead of me. You gotta be like dad and shit. Like dad energy. You can't be no fucking Peter Pan playing video games, pretending all the time. That guy, in some capacity, is always working. This father figure is always working. No one really gets to see him. He's always in the background somewhere working and shit. And that's what it is. He's a very stoic guy, like Father Time. Like this, you hear that bang bang. That's him, Father Time. He's just doing his craft. He doesn't have to talk to us. He doesn't have to bullshit. He's just Father Time doing his thing. And that's the magic bullet. That's how I operate. That's how most people operate. Unless you're this, like, Wolf of Wall Street, Leonardo DiCaprio guy, which most people are not. Most people are not willing to make 300 random cold calls a day and make sales or grift people for some shit mutual life insurance policy that they don't fucking need, just so they could scam people and tell everyone how great their product is. I don't know. It always goes back to the girl. Chasing girls. Alright, what if you have this beautiful girl, she never gets married, and she doesn't have kids, and she just dies of cancer, and that's her life, Her family's there to see her, and, no one really cares. This is like no one, unless it's a family, the guy never gets to see her, and, it's just like, the fuck? I'd personally be like, the fuck? Where's your Disney magical princess shit? It ain't happen. You just became salty and bitter and got older, and you're kind of like, that's just the general attitude. No one gives a fuck. How do these people survive? I don't know. Yeah, this is a tough one. Welcome to the world of no one gives a fuck. And failure is failure, Damn. it's a fucking fail, it's a fucking fail. When you have money, people start showing up randomly and shit. When it's a fucking fail, it's a fucking fail, you know? The only way to secure success is, I have this nice apartment, I have this nice house, and as long as it's under your name, you know, you can sleep there. And that's what success is to me. Other than that, relationships can fall apart. The girl's probably a piece of shit, equally as shitty as you are. And things can just start falling apart like a cheap Chinese motorcycle. Just to have to rely on someone. You can't trust her. Child support, alimony, spousal support. Divorce rate's higher than 50%. Oh, it's because she's not happy. She was never happy with herself to begin with. So whatever the guy does wouldn't be able to be enough to make her happy. She's unable to be satisfied. Most men probably don't get that. So I'm in this shitstorm of shit, of this dilemma of life and death, choosing experiences outside the realm of playing video games, wearing flip-flops, watching Pornhub, on the beach, doing everything all at the same time. And that's what transpired as soon as the girl walked in front of his house. You know, she's got the boobies out, the butt out, the dog out, and, you know, I don't know. She glanced my way, probably curious about there's a man, but I'm assessing the situation. I'm calculating, you know, would our relationship work out? You know, even if she did say yes, I would still have to go through all these motions. I would have to talk to the fucking parents. I have to find out about the sister, about the kids, about their Karen family, about my Karen ass family. And you know what? The world's too fucking small. And I'm just gonna be like, yo, I gotta work. Girl, I gotta work, you know. And then she's gonna be like, yo, why do you work all the time? She's like, I need the money, yo. Do you wanna move out of this hellhole? Again, another shitstorm. You know, no social mobility. I don't know what to do. Work 12 hours a day. You know, nurses only make like $90,000 a year. If they only do 36 hours a week, 3 days a week, what are they doing with the rest of the time? Probably being in the same fucking situation. Probably being in the same fucking situation. You know, they're looking to have a family. They want kids, etc., etc. Once they do have kids, you know, the same shit show. You know, kids gotta go to school. People are in the system. People are in the matrix, the 9 to 5. You know, unless, you know, it's about attitude. Do you want to be in the system? You know, do you want to be a doctor? Do you actually want to be a doctor or a lawyer? I would even question that myself. Or are you a lazy fuck like me? Or are you an actual degenerate? Just trying to get by. And let me tell you something, it's not fun. This is not funny. You know? And that poor girl is probably gonna have to live her life not knowing why I ran away from her. Now you know, most guys probably see the same thing. The economy is really bad. It's like South Korea, it's like Squid Game. No one wants to have kids, reduced population, things are just out of control, you know, and prices and wage slavery. You know, is there time for a boy or girl? No, it's always the wrong time. There's always some creepy Chad or Tyrone in the background, waiting to compete for said girl so that he can get his chance to complain about paying child support. And it always happens. The world is just fucked up like that. It's starting to rain, so I'll be peacing out. I don't know what to tell you. Just survive until like December or some shit. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. See you in the next one. Peace out.